Hey y'all, hey. Welcome, welcome. Let the others know I'm on, right? What's good, everybody? What's good? Okay. All right, so that can't be on. All right, remove that one. Who else needs to be removed? Mm-mm. Wow. Okay, let me remove that. All right, so let me let my one page know. But other than that, we should be okay. Uh, that's my business page. That's my personal page. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. What's up, y'all? Hopefully, you guys can hear me good. Today, as you can see, I just wanted to make sure. Just want to make sure that all my platforms are together before we start. Usually, it takes a while for y'all to get in anyway, so y'all should be okay. Let me check one more thing. Okay. Hopefully, you guys had a good Monday. I will be sharing my screen. I will be sharing a lot of information, a lot of knowledge here. Feel free to leave a comment, questions, all of the things in the comment section. I will get to it. If I miss it, just put it up again. I apologize. Let me make sure everything is straight here. Okay. All right. So let's get into it. What's good, everybody? Welcome. For those that don't know, my name is Tamiya Robles. I am a credit expert. I am the owner of my company, Fix My Credit Now, 850.com. I am the host of my podcast, Coast to Coast Credit. I'm NAREB High Desert Chapter President out here in Victorville, California. What's good? So listen, Linda, listen. I was gone for a week. I'm back. Some of you guys know, some of you guys don't. I'll talk about that in another time. But while I was out, a couple people hit me up, let me know about the TransUnion data breach. And they were asking me questions, and I didn't know about it. I wasn't aware of it. So I was like, okay, let me do my research first and get back to y'all. And I've done that, which is why I wanted to do the live. I feel it's very important. And that's why I am doing lives too. If anybody has any questions, just ask. You know what I'm saying? Just ask me. Now, here's the thing. I wasn't concerned, I wasn't alarmed or surprised when I was told about the data breach because this is not the first time TransUnion, Experian, Equifax had any sort of data breach. This is pretty normal. I've talked about it several times in the past. I have plenty of YouTube videos where I'm breaking it down, civil action cases, and all of the things. So I'm just not shocked. I mean, it's just my question is this is a $1 billion industry. These are companies that are making billions of dollars. They have our information at their disposal. And why is it every single year it's something, some sort of data breach with them? I'm like kind of numb to it at this point. I figured you guys would be too, but I see that you're not. So let's get into it, right? So, like I said, I'm going to share some information. I'm going to share my screen. Let me see. Where am I going to start first? Hold on. Let me start with trying to make sure I pick the right news article. Okay, I think I got it. I think I'm going to share this one. Okay. So, in case you were not aware, and if you want to check this website out, this website is called securityweek.com, TransUnion data breach. So, TransUnion data breach impacts 4.4 million American consumers. Okay. I'm not going to read this entire article. It's not a long read at all. Okay, so maybe I will. Okay, so my cats are fighting. That's not good. Boy, stop it. Sorry about that. You guys know I don't edit or any. I got all these animals in my house. It's okay. So if you hear noise, that's the animals. But anyway, so this is a short clip, but I'm going to show you a short article, but I'm going to show you a couple other articles just to support the facts and what I'm stating. So this article was actually done August 29th, 2025. The credit reporting firm did not name the third party application involved in the incident, only noting that it was used for its US consumer support operations. Okay. So, this incident, this data breach where it impacted 4.4 million people in the United States, it occurred July 28th, but TransUnion said that in the data breach notification sent to the impacted individuals, that they're getting copies and summaries of what's actually happened. So if you are one of the 4.4 million people, you're going to get notified by, I guess, an attorney's office. You're going to representing TransUnion that you were impacted. I'll say my opinions later. Because you got, if you know me, you follow me, you know I'm not a fan of the credit reporting agencies. Yes, I am a credit expert in all the things, but it doesn't mean I support any of the or believe any of the things that they have to say. But I'm going through the motions because you guys aren't in the industry like I'm in the industry. So let me just give you the facts. So anyway, according to TransUnion, the data breach involves personal information stored in a third-party application, and that includes names, social security numbers, and date of birth. I'll repeat that for the people in the back. According to TransUnion, the data breach involved personal information stored in a third party application. So that means TransUnion stored personal information of the American consumer into a third party application. And it included, they're not saying everything, but it included names, social security numbers, and dates of birth in the party app that TransUnion was using. Okay. TransUnion recently experienced, again, recently, pay attention to keywords. I taught y'all that. TransUnion recently experienced a cyber incident that affected a third party application servicing our U.S. consumer support operations. Upon discovery, we quickly contained the issue, which did not involve our core credit database or include credit reports, the company told Security Week. If you want to believe that. We identified and contained this event within hours, a TransUnion spokesperson said. That there's problems with what I'm reading here, but like I said, I'll leave my little comments till afterwards. TransUnion told Maine AGO that 4,461,511 individuals were impacted by the data breach, and that it is providing them with 24 months of free credit monitoring services and with proactive fraud assistance. They do this every single time, y'all. Like every single time there's a data breach, this is what they offer. First of all, why should we be paying to see our credit report in the first place? Can anyone answer that? Can anyone fucking answer that? Especially if they're saying that they keep getting these data breaches and this is their solution. Okay, you can access your credit report for free for the next 24 months. Well, guess what? Next year, you're going to have another data breach. And after that, you're going to have another data breach. Like, this is their pattern. This is what they do. Whatever. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to the article. We identified and contained this event within hours. Okay, blah, blah, blah. I read that. The credit reporting firm did not name the third party application involved in the incident, but said it has been working with law enforcement and third party cybersecurity experts to investigate the attack. However, it appears that the data breach was related to a broader wave of data theft attacks impacting Salesforce customers. Let me look up Salesforce customers. I don't know who that is. Who are Salesforce? We'll look into that. We'll look right on into that. Okay. Hold on. Who is excuse me, who is Salesforce? All right, so we'll say that. Ooh, okay, so that makes it even worse. So I just looked up what Salesforce is. Okay. That makes the situation even worse, believe it or not. But okay, we'll keep chucking through this. But impacting, so they're saying that the attacks impacting Salesforce customers and that the infamous extortion group known as Shiny Hunters was responsible for it, bleeping computer reports. All right. In addition to the personal information, TransUnion has reported as compromised, addresses, email addresses, and phone numbers were also stolen, the hackers claim. In early August, Google disclosed a data breach involving its Salesforce instance after warning in June that UNC 6040, a threat actor specializing in voice phishing attacks, was running a large scale Salesforce data theft and extortion campaign. Google linked this to Scattered Spider, which apparently merged with Shiny Hunters, recently disclosed data breaches impacting Adidas, shit, Alliance, Life, Cisco, Dior, Louis Vuitton, and other companies, appear to be part of the Salesforce hacking campaign. All right, so I shared that with you. Let's figure out who Salesforce is. So I'm looking at this real quick, just Googled it. Who is Salesforce? Let me make sure y'all see or are seeing what I'm seeing. Okay, great. You're seeing what I'm saying. Excellent. All right, now Salesforce is the world's most trusted AI powered customer relationship management platform. It's their CRM, providing cloud based software. So we know what a CRM is. I have a CRM. We all, mostly in our industry or a lot of industries now, we use a CRM. Okay, so it's a CRM. So it sounds like there's a lot of hands involved. There sounds like there's a lot of people involved, companies, entities involved, and I'ma always blame TransUnion. You're letting people's personal information go. You trusted in a third party, such and such. Again, as much information, as much money as they should have their own CRM. People make CRMs like your everyday people. You can see people on YouTube that create CRMs and sell them. So why didn't they just make their own? Why would you rely on a company? Like let's look at this. Let's see. Hold on. So why would you rely on another company? Rely on yourself. Like I don't get it. It's, to me it's just too many excuses and too much bullshit. So I wanted to share something else with you guys. Let me share a video that I pulled up for you guys. This, I'm going to share it here. Hold on. Okay, actually, I already had it up. So let me share my screen. Hold on. We're going to watch this video together. Okay, hold on. Boom, 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 boom. All right, I'm going to mute my phone so y'all can hear it. My microphone.
Three major U.S. credit bureaus. TransUnion, one of the three major
Okay, so you got, oh, I see why you can't hear it because I'm muting.
U.S. credit bureaus,
Okay.
has confirmed a major data breach
Let
impacting
me do
over
this
4.
again. Let me do this again. I don't know why her volume is not working. Give me a second here. All right, so this is actually a YouTube video. This is called, in case you guys want to check it out, it's titled "Secure TransUnion Breach Exposes 4.4 Million Americans' Data in Salesforce Hack." And I'm trying to open it up. It's giving me a hard time. Give me a second. Give me a second, y'all. Okay, so let me. That's so weird. The volume isn't working on this thing. All right, cool. Let me try a different way. TransUnion data breach. Where you at? Okay, so I'm gonna go on my page. I will share this so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Hold on, yeah. So you can see. Nope, I don't want the studio. I want my YouTube page. All right, so let me share. And be sure to hit the like, share, comment. Any questions you have, put it in the comments so I can respond to it. Okay, let me share this screen so you guys can see what I'm typing. All right, so this was the TransUnion. Okay. It's a particular video I want to share. Bear with me. I will find it. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Okay. You should hear the volume. You should hear the sound now. Hold on. It's probably
TransUnion,
commercial.
one of the three major
That's
U.S.
crazy.
has confirmed a
Oh,
major
that's
data
wild. You
breach
can't hear it
impacting over
now.
4.4 million people in the United States.
That's
This
crazy
video
because
is
this is
sponsored
actually
by
a pretty good
Stonefly.
video.
More on that at the end of the video.
That's a pretty
The
good
incident
video.
is
Wait
part of a
a minute.
wave
That's
of
wild.
Salesforce-related
Hold on,
cyber
y'all.
attacks
That's
that have
crazy. Why
hit
isn't it
high-profile
playing?
companies this year. The
You
breach
can't hear it
occurred on
like at
July
all.
28th, 2025, and
Huh.
was
Let
discovered
me
2
see.
days later. According
Let me
to a
see if it's
filing with
another I just played this one. Now,
TransUnion,
y'all can't hear this
one of
now.
the three major credit reporting.
Let me check my sound. Hold on. Let me do a sound check, you guys. All right. Sounds live. I love doing lives, even though I'm organized as hell. It goes between, okay. I can put out there. It wrong. Oh, okay. There you go. Unmuted mic. Okay, so let's go check out that video. Is it this? No. Here we go. Hopefully it doesn't start off with a commercial.
TransUnion, one of the three major U.S. credit bureaus, has confirmed a major data breach impacting over 4.4 million people in the United States. This video is sponsored by Stonefly. More on that at the end of the video. The incident is part of a wave of Salesforce-related cyber attacks that have hit high-profile companies this year. The breach occurred on July 28, 2025, and was discovered 2 days later. According to a filing with the Maine Attorney General's office, the breach stemmed from a third-party application tied to TransUnion's U.S. consumer support operations. Initially, the company described the exposure as limited personal information, emphasizing that data were stolen. However, the attackers exfiltrated far more than TransUnion disclosed. The hackers claim to have stolen over 13 million records, including 4.4 million tied specifically to U.S. consumers. The leaked dataset allegedly contains full names, billing addresses, phone numbers, email addresses, dates of birth, and even unredacted social security numbers. Also included are customer support tickets, Salesforce messages, and the reasons for transitivity of the exposed data.
I had to jump in on that little comment. This is especially concerning and important because at the end of the day, it's people's personal information and it's owned and taken over by hackers through a third party. That's bananas. I find that to be crazy. I'm sorry. Thanks for letting me share, but that's utterly ridiculous. But go ahead, let's let her talk.
TransUnion, alongside Equifax and Experian, sits at the core of consumer identity and financial trust. With an annual revenue of $3 billion and operations in 30 countries, the company manages credit information for more than a billion people worldwide. In response, TransUnion is offering 2 years of free credit monitoring and identity theft protection to all affected individuals. But cybersecurity experts warn that stolen data of this nature can be exploited for years, fueling identity theft, financial fraud, and phishing campaigns.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave that at that. First of all, I didn't even realize that she was AI. Great job. Great job. That's amazing. Good for her. But yeah, this is mad serious. This is seriously concerning. Again, I'm not necessarily shocked because this keeps on happening. Okay. So what I wanted to look into and I want to talk to y'all a little bit about is what makes this security breach any different than any other TransUnion data breaches from the past, right? So this is what happened July 20th, 2025. TransUnion data breach. Got it, right? Now, the difference between this one and the ones in the past are there's a couple of situations, right? So the past breaches that we've had, I think there was one in 2021, there was one in 2022. Hackers were directly targeting TransUnion servicers, right? So this again is a third party vendor that TransUnion was using and they compromised TransUnion systems. That's what happened this year. That's what makes this different than what TransUnion has done in the past or how TransUnion has been hacked in the past. They are hacked by a third party that they are using. In the past, the hackers would just go directly straight to the source and get TransUnion allegedly. And I'll say allegedly, even though this is factual information, this is public information. I don't believe any of this shit, like at all. I just like the AI rep just said, like this is a 3 point such and such $1 billion company. You gotta rely on other people's CRMs to secure your consumers' personal information. That's sus right there. You're looking to get hacked, in my opinion. But anyway, let's continue talking about the differences. So the type of data is different as well. So this year, this TransUnion data breach, right? The reports confirm the names, the dates, the date of birth, the social security numbers. They confirm that this information was exposed, but there were no full credit reports or no account data information, right? In the past, TransUnion had data breaches, but it did include the credit reports. I don't really give a shit if some hacker is looking at my credit report. You know what I care about? That the hacker has my social security number, has my name, has my date of birth, and they're in some country just selling my information on the dark web. I'm more concerned about that. But again, these are the differences between TransUnion's hack today as opposed to before. I just needed to know what the differences were. And then again, for 2025, 4.46 million US consumers have been affected. In the past, when TransUnion got hacked, it was basically worldwide. It was 54 million consumers around the world. Okay, like the lady said, TransUnion, Experian, Equifax, they work out of different countries, in particular TransUnion. So in the past, during the 2022 data breach, for example, in South Africa, it affected 54 million people. Right now, another thing that is supposed to be different with this data breach as opposed to the past data breaches is TransUnion is actually trying to be honest and open with the public and give them more information. about them being hacked as opposed to in the past. So TransUnion disclosed the breach to regulators within 30 days, and they instantly had a solution, instantly offering 2 years of free credit monitoring for those that are affected. In the past, they were considered they were getting side-eyed, they were getting criticized because they weren't immediately responding and letting the consumers know what's going on, making them suspicious. And in my opinion, I think that's only because the only reason why they're doing it differently now is because they were about to get sued before Trump got into office. The CFPB was about to sue the hell out of them, and now they're trying to give the image that they're walking a straight line. The problem is, I don't feel that they're walking a straight line. Again, if you are a $1 billion industry, why are you using a third party CRM? Why not create your own CRM and utilize that for your consumers if you really cared about the consumer? If you're really trying to protect their personal information. This happens way too often with these credit reporting agencies, and I'm numb to it. I'm totally fucking numb to the whole situation. Okay, so let's recap for the if in case you missed it. Right, so July 28th, 2025, TransUnion reported that there was a data breach. Okay, and they're stating that it wasn't really discovered until the 30th, which is 2 days. They're also stating that they utilize a CRM. We just looked that up. The CRM that they use, where did it go? I just lost the CRM that they use. Hold on, I'll look it up. But they use a third party CRM, not a CRM of their own, not a CRM of maybe even created by the CFPB, which would have been phenomenal. That would show me that you really give a fuck about the consumers. That if you really needed a CRM, instead of outsourcing and using a different app, that you went within the industry and you had the CFPB, the FTC, some sort of government agency that is pro the consumer, create a CRM or a secure database where you guys can store the consumer's personal information. But whatever. That's what happens. Now, the data that has been exposed now, as opposed to in the past, it's not your credit report. It is your social security number, your full name, dates of birth, email addresses, physical address, everything but your entire credit report. That's the difference between now and previous times. Now they're telling us and giving us more information. They're letting us know early. I guess we're supposed to give them a cookie for that. I'm not. I'm not at all. I don't feel comfortable. I don't trust the system at all. I don't trust these credit reporting agencies, and then I'm supposed to rely on you to get loans and stuff. I can't do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing this. I'm not playing this game with them. They do this it feels like every year there's some sort of data breach. And they're sorry. And they offer free credit monitoring. I offer free credit monitoring. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not hard to monitor your shit for free. So that's not really a bonus. What are you going to do about it? How are you going to, instead of giving me free 24 months as security credit watch, whatever, give me an 800 credit score for the next 2 years. Okay. Show me you really, really are serious and are apologetic. Give me an 850 credit score. We'll call it even. Okay. You can do this every 2 years for all I give it to him. Make sure my credit report is golden. My credit utilization is at 0 for the next 24 months, and you can guarantee it. And I will be Ray Charles to the situation. I don't care about a free credit monitoring for 24 months. I don't care about having access to my credit report for the next 24 months. Who gives a shit? We got Credit Karma, Credit Wise. You know what I mean? We got Smart Credit. We have all these things. Give me an 850 credit score. If you're gonna fuck me in the ass, let it use some sort of Vaseline. That's all I'm saying. Make it worth my while. You're not doing that. You're not doing that. Okay? You're not doing that. And then why are they working with so many other companies allowing themselves to get infiltrated? I don't, it just sounds suspicious to me. I don't know how y'all feel about the situation, but to me, you're telling me this information. Okay, great. But what are you going to do to stop it? Because we just had another data breach. Equifax had a data breach in 2017 where 147 million people were affected. That's almost half of the United States population. Okay. Experian between the years of 2020 and 2022, there were several leaks, quote unquote, air quotes. There were several leaks, including the 2020 T-Mobile hack, John, that I told y'all about. That if you want to check out my video, please do so. I broke that down all the way down. And then T-Mobile had another breach recently. Like, cut it out. And this is Experian, and that affected 40 million consumers. To be honest with you, be careful getting hype, because now you're starting to learn your credit and understand what's going on, and you're listening to people like me, listen to other people, whatever the hell, and now you hear, oh, TransUnion, they had a data breach. Tamiya, what's going on? 4.46 million people are affected. They've been affected. Millions of people have been affected. You think they don't know who you are already? Do you think they don't know your family, your friends, your kids, or whatever? Because they've been doing this accidental leakage and all that for years. It's been forever. It's been nonstop. The numbers keep getting bigger and bigger. This is actually small. 4.6 million in the US affected as opposed to 147 million. I mean, I guess we need to thank our lucky stars that it wasn't 147 million again, that it's not 40 million like Experian experienced over the past 2 years again. Okay. Now, the type of data that's exposed. So this year, it's names, dates of birth, social security numbers, all of the things. No credit report. Thank you. Because who cares? Equifax, on the other hand, their data breach on 2017, it was social security numbers, birth dates, addresses, driver's license numbers. Driver license numbers, and even some credit card information was leaked, okay, through Equifax. That's 2017. That wasn't a long time ago, yeah. 2020, the T-Mobile joint. What was leaked with the T-Mobile breach? Through Experian, social security numbers, account details, and your financial records that they do hold on to, because you got to be a member, right? You have to apply. You have to give this information up if you're going to be a member. Now, the regulatory and the response times, it varies. Sometimes they're going to tell you within 30 days. Sometimes they like to say, oh, it just happened. It varies. Do you trust them? Should we be trusting them? I don't. They've been criticized for slow and incomplete notifications. They just started letting us know. And that's why they were about to be sued before Trump got into office. And I'm talking about hundreds of millions of dollars. I don't understand why the government won't just step in and shut down this whole credit system. I understand that this is the industry that I'm in. Sorry, the dogs. I understand this is the industry that I'm in. I understand that this is something that, basically puts food on my table. But overall, there's other countries in the world that are very successful and don't have credit at all. They don't do those things. They don't have this system set up. This is a system set up for failure, and it's clearly not secured. It's not. So anyway, What can we do? Well, you can accept their little 2 years of free credit monitoring and identity protection. But what I would recommend is always do it for yourself on your own, period. Period. If you can destroy information, if you can retrieve some of your information, I would do that too. But all they seem to offer is 2 years of free credit monitoring, 2 years of identity protection, 1 year here, 2 years there. We're sorry here. And are they really saying sorry? I don't know. I don't hear it. I haven't seen an apology letter. I haven't seen one. And like I said, if they're going to constantly, every 2 years, every other year, TransUnion, Equif, and they're not even talking about the other 60 credit reporting agencies that have our information. Let's not forget LexisNexis. Let's not forget Telesystems, Teletrax, I'm thinking check systems. Let's not forget them. Let's not forget the other credit reporting agencies that are low key destroying our credit on the back end, not the front end. I don't care about none of this. If you want to really make it up to me as a consumer, give me an 850 credit score for the next 2 years. That's all I need. If I had an 850 credit score, no matter what I did to my credit for the next 2 years, I will call it even. There's so much I can do and accomplish. Why won't they do that? Because credit monitoring and protection are free anyway. I offer that. FixMyCreditNow850.com. We offer that. That's not a problem. The problem is the system and these countries and these hackers have our information and we have no real defense over that. What are you going to do about it? What can we do? You're telling us 30 days after the fact that our information has been hacked by a third party in a different country because you chose to use a CRM instead of creating your own CRM. What can we do? We can't, we don't even, a lot of the people in America, a lot of American consumers rather, are not even educated to know anything about credit, much less how to protect themselves from the government, from these agencies, from these hackers. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up because I got some podcasting to do. I got some more talking to do, more productive things to do. But yeah, you guys, yes, I'm aware of the TransUnion hack. I just talked about it. Protect your shit. Protect your credit score, your credit report. Always freeze it. Always lock it up. And don't think, oh, because I don't have a lot of money, nobody's really going to come after me. These are hackers. They sell your information. That's the point. That's the whole point. The reason why they have your driver's license and your social security number, your ID, and your address, and your email address, and your first and last name, and your date of birth, because they're selling it. That's where the big money is. They're selling it to other companies. They're selling it to other government agencies. They're selling your information. That is the problem. So lock it up. Don't think, oh, because I'm not working or because I don't have a high paying job that I don't need to secure and protect my credit score, my credit report, my financial records. There's one breach where they are literally taking over your financial records. All right. Hopefully y'all are listening. Hopefully, like I said, you guys, I offer free credit monitoring. If you are interested, go to fixmycreditnow850.com. Set up a consultation. Let's talk about it. Leave a comment. Leave something. Let me know this is what you're into. Or my contact information is in the description. We'll do it for free. As long as you sign up with Smart Credit. Again, my link is in the description. We can monitor it every single day, send you every month, send you updates every month. You can see what changed. Something looks fishy. You'll see it. Okay. Every month. You don't have to wait months, weeks, years, whatever. And then be told, hey, you're part of this class action lawsuit that happened 2 years ago. That you forgot about, that they're hoping you forgot about, so you don't have to be part of the class action lawsuit, so they don't have to pay you out. All of this is, to me, is just some bullshit. There's nothing we can do besides that. All we can do is just be like, yeah, okay, yeah, all right. All right. Wait. You got us. You got us. You got me again. Oh, it's another 2 year up. You got us again. There's nothing we can do up. You got us again. Another 5 years. You got us again. They keep doing it. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about it whenever it comes out, just to let y'all know. And I think at this point, I'm so burnt out and tired of the fact that these billion-dollar companies and credit reporting agencies that are the determining factor of whether or not we're approved or denied for loans is being this frivolous with our information. I'm tired of talking about it personally. And I'm a credit expert. Like I said, every time it comes out, I'll give you all the information. I'll keep it short. I'll do a video, maybe pre-recorded, because we ain't got to talk to each other about it. You ain't got to ask live questions, none of that. You know what I mean? I'll give you the information, I'll move on. But it's just going to keep happening. It's going to happen again. So give it a couple weeks, then it's going to be like, Equifax had a security breach. Oh my gosh. And then give it a couple more weeks. Experian did it again. Oh no. Come on. They're always full of shit. Anyway, I'm signing off. You guys, you know what to do. I wish you guys the best of luck on your credit journey, though. All right, you guys take care. Bye-bye.